My little boy who's in school right now, because there's no way he would sit through all of this, at least not quietly. When I explained to him, he was 5 at the time, what I was doing with running for city council, he was thinking about it, and he said, well, Daddy, when you're president of San Diego, can you make a law requiring people to drive faster? Because this kid has road rage like you've never seen before, and he thinks we have that kind of power. So we'll work on it. We'll work on it. Make him an intern. I'd like to begin by thanking our former mayor, Jerry Sanders, for administering my oath of office. Jerry, you took on the city's toughest problems, and you did it with class. We can all learn from your example of collaboration and coalition building with people of all political affiliations. Thank you for your many years of service and for your continued service to our city in your new role at the Chamber of Commerce. I'd also like to thank the community members who encouraged me to run in District 5 and everyone in my district who works to make our neighborhoods better every day, as well as Councilman Carl DeMaio and his staff for making my transition into office seamless and smooth. Carl, you've given me big shoes to fill, and thank you for years of service. I'd also like to thank my mother, who flew across the country to be here today with us. Your wisdom and support have inspired me, and I am guided today by the values that you instilled in me. Thanks, Mom. I love you. And I'd also like to thank my father, who couldn't be here with us today because he's recovering from back surgery, but definitely thinking about him, and love you, Pops. Finally, to my girlfriend, Allie, thank you for your love and support. For several months now, I've been meeting with residents, community groups, trade organizations, labor leaders, owners of businesses large and small. And no matter who I talk to, they make the same point. City Hall must work for the people. And the people expect a mayor and a city council who work together. And I think this new city council will impress people with our ability to get along, get things done, and get our city moving. San Diego is an exceptional place, and we live in an exceptional time. We have a dynamic workforce and resources that make us the envy of the world. Our community deserves a government that matches our passion and spurs our innovative spirit. We have companies doing amazing work in biotechnology, medical devices, clean technology, and unmanned systems. And don't forget the tastier side of things. Our craft brew industry is winning international awards and making San Diego a craft beer destination. This is an exciting time to do business in San Diego, but at present, the city has no long-term strategy for moving our economy forward. City Hall must develop smart regulations, cut the permitting time for small businesses, and create a strategy to help local companies export their products abroad. A strong economy means a healthy city, one that can invest in all of our neighborhoods. This is going to be the city council that makes San Diego the ideal place to attract innovative companies and the good jobs that they bring. Now, I was recently in Mexico meeting with business leaders, and I'm happy to see so many of those same leaders here with us today. Now, to my friends from Mexico, juntos vamos a dirigir el mundo en innovación y comercio. Gracias por su amistad. Our regions can lead the world in innovation and trade. This is going to be the city council that finally capitalizes on the enormous opportunity our border region represents. And with our friends from Mexico, we will work to create jobs throughout the region and move our economies forward. Now, today we're fortunate that San Diego is even in a position to focus on economic development and prosperity. It wasn't long ago that this was a city in crisis. Mayor Sanders and the city council tackled the fiscal mess head on. Managed competition was adopted, pension reform was approved, and the city started to finally live within its means. These fiscally responsible reforms are the template that I hope this city council will use and expand upon as we tackle our next big crisis, crumbling infrastructure. This council's job is to rebuild the city. I say rebuild because in many cases, infrastructure has been neglected and streets and roads have deteriorated. Now, there is a backlog of at least $900 million in street projects, building maintenance, and storm drain repairs. The city puts together a 5-year budget outlook every year, but we don't have a 5-year plan for infrastructure investment. We should have a strategy that lays out the needed projects, schedules for completion, and funding sources in a format that is readable and accessible to members of the public. With a comprehensive infrastructure investment plan, we can cut down on the time it takes for a project to go from concept to completion. We can prioritize projects based on the neighborhood needs and community input. We can restore the infrastructure that is the backbone of our city. This is going to be the city council that makes community infrastructure a top priority. Now, if infrastructure is the backbone of our city, then water is its lifeblood. Reliable, long-term water supply is vital to our residents and is essential to our businesses. The people of this city have done a tremendous job of conserving in times of need. But it's time we stop going from crisis to crisis and instead create a strategy to reduce our dependence on water from places like Northern California and Colorado. Desalination, indirect potable reuse, purple pipe recycled water are all options on the table. This is the city council that's going to take real steps towards water independence. Creating jobs, rebuilding our crumbling infrastructure, and securing our long-term water supply are just a few of the priorities that I will work on with Mayor Fillner and my council colleagues. We will collaborate to restore services, fix our streets and roads, improve our parks, and ensure that public safety has the resources they need to protect our neighborhoods. We will do all of this in a manner that is fiscally responsible. Now, I am honored to serve on the City Council at a time that is full of so many opportunities. I want people to come to San Diego for reasons other than the surf, the sense of community, and of course the great weather. I envision a San Diego that attracts people because it is home to innovative companies that are the envy of the world, as well as a workforce that is skilled in the trades of the future. A city with vibrant neighborhoods that are clean and safe, walkable and bikeable, and a city hall that is a model for efficiency, transparency, and customer service, and a city council that invests in road improvements, new libraries, and expanded parks. I know that we can create that in San Diego. We will do it by putting aside partisan labels, working together, and focus on getting the job done. Mayor Fillner, members of the City Council, fellow San Diegans, I'm ready. Let's get to work.